The Ganga is a transboundary river of South Asia, which flows through India and Bangladesh. This 2704 km of river originates from the Gangotri Glacier of the Western Himalayas in the Indian state of Uttarakhand and flows south and east through the Gangetic Plains of India and Bangladesh, eventually emptying itself into the Bay of Bengal. Mythologically, as you know, Ma Ganga was married to King Shantanu of Hastinapur and was the mother of Devabrata Bhishma, who was a very essential figure in the Mahabharata war. But today we will learn about the emergence of Ma Ganga from the heaven Amaravati on earth.
The arrival of Ganga on earth, the myth hidden. Vishwamitra and Kushdhwaj, along with 2 princes of Ayodhya and 4 princes of Mithila, made their way to the south to Videha, along the Ganga. On the way, Vishwamitra told everyone the story of Ganga. King Sagar was performing the Ashwamedha Yagna, where the royal horse is to let loose. All the land that the horse traversed unchallenged would come under his rule. Fearing that the horse would reach Amravati and that King Sagar would become his master, Lord Indra stole the horse and hid it in the hermitage of a tapasvi called Kapil. When the sons of King Sagar finally managed to trace down the horse, men accused the tapasvi Kapil of theft. Kapil Muni until then was lost in tapasya, grew so annoyed that when he opened his eyes, flames of his staff emerged from them and burned the king's sons alive, reducing them into a pile of ash. "Will my sons never live again?" cried the king. "They will," said Kapil Muni, "provided you immerse this ashes in the Ganga. The Ganga that flows in Amravati, the river that you see in the sky as Akash Ganga or the Milky Way." King Sagar was too old to perform the tapasya and used the power of Siddha to force Indra let the celestial Ganga flow on earth. Moreover, he had no sons left who could do it for him. His widowed daughter-in-laws were childless. He saw no hope for his sons. So, they called a sage to perform a yagna so that the gods may grant a child to this unfortunate woman. A potion was created and from these a child was born. Unfortunately, due to lack of human union, the child had no bones and nerves, only life, flesh and blood. The kings took these mass of flesh to Kapil Muni to use this Siddharth to create bones and nerves for the child. The child therefore became complete and came to be known as Bhagirath. Bhagirath performed tapasya and got Indra to let Ganga leave the sky and fall on earth. Ganga laughed. "If I fall on earth, I will break all the mountains and swipe away all the forests. Such is my force." Fearing the worst, Bhagirath invoked Lord Shiva and begged him to break Ganga's fall by catching the celestial river in his matted locks of hair. The mighty Shiva agreed. Ganga jumped from the sky and fell straight on Shiva's head. Before she realized, she had become completely entangled and trapped in his hair. "Let me go!" she yelled it. "Only if you treat earth with respect," said the Lord. When Ganga agreed, Shiva let her flow out gently. She meandered her way to the sea, creating fertile riverbanks on each side. In her waters, Bhagirath cast the ashes of his father and uncle, and he heard them cry out in gratitude. Vishwamitra told everyone, just as Ganga enables the rebirth of humanity and the vegetation, a woman enables the rebirth of a family, for she holds in her body the promise of the next generation. So, this is indeed mandatory for both the genders to respect and value each other.